So the video that you're seeing is from the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, and it was released in 1993. In this clip, you can see there's Mrs. Archer and Harry. They're happy married, right? Yes, but guess what? Harry has been cheating on his wife like crazy, so we're gonna call Harry a douchebag because he's been cheating and he can't be faithful, right? Yes, and that's so weird. I don't know why, because you can see in this film, you can see the marriage is portrayed of faithfulness, happiness, but guess what? Mrs. Archer came from a family that is so wealthy, and they're living in a great life, right? And Harry married Mrs. Archer because maybe he wanted wealth. Because you can see Harry is cheating on his wife with a hairdresser, and that's really crazy. So a lot of time Harry and his wife has been getting problems because of that infidelity. So one day Nancy decided, you know what, I'm just going to ride, I don't know, I'm going somewhere so that my head can be clear. So in the middle of the road, Mrs. Archer encountered a spaceship, and that spaceship beamed a laser at her on the chest. But to me, I said, oh, okay, that's okay. A laser beam with a spaceship? That's crazy. But guess what? When Mrs. Archer decided, okay, I'm gonna go home, when she reaches home, she found out, okay, her husband and her dad have been fighting because Harry didn't go with Mrs. Archer to the road. So that was dangerous, because Harry was busy okay, I'm gonna go to my mistress, but you didn't focus to check on your wife, what he's doing. Okay, so they started fighting. So when they started fighting, unexpectedly, Mrs. Archer started getting Giantess transformation in front of them, and that was scary, because just imagine you just two people just chilling, and not chilling because Harry and the I don't know, future son-in-law, dad, they were fighting because why you do this to my daughter? I don't know what the hell went on. Yes, it's like that. So unexpectedly, Mrs. Archer started getting this kind of transformation, giantess transformation from a normal person into a giantess, and that was crazy, because you can just imagine you're just seeing someone transformation being large in front of you. It's crazy. So okay. So now the transformation has been done. So what do we need to do? So the dad said, you know what? I'm going to find some doctors so they can save you, or maybe they can find a cure. And that's okay, because yes, the scientists can do that because they're nerds and they're cool. Okay, so Nancy Archer were placed in a barn so that nobody can see her because she was 50 foot. So yes, Mrs. Archer decided, okay, I'm gonna just chill. I'm gonna wait for scientists so that they can be cool. Look at this. And the scientists came and said, oh, the giantess. They tried to cure her, but it didn't work because, you don't know, that beam from an alien ship was crazy. You don't have the cure with that. You don't have that kind of technology to reduce that height, because 50 foot from a normal foot, it's crazy. So Mrs. Archer decided, you know what? Now I need to embrace this giantess feeling and giantess situation. So Harry, maybe we can have a date, maybe just recall and talk about our marriage, and decided just let's talk about it. Maybe we can fix it, just have a date, couple drinks, and yes. And they did that, and that was cool. But Nancy decided, you know what? We can do some freaking stuff, I'm a giantess and you're just a tiny person now, and some needs has to be done. And you know what? At that time, Harry snapped. What? Are you thinking of what I'm thinking? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm 5'1", and you want me to do what? To get freaky? This is weird, dude. Do I need to have a torch? That's crazy. After that, Harry, with his weird brain, started lashing out. You know what? That's why I don't like you. I just married you for wealth. I've been begging your sister and your cousin and that hairdresser because they're so good. And guess what? Unexpectedly, Mrs. Archer fainted, because that was a lot. Just imagine someone confessing I've been cheating with your friends, I've been cheating with your, I don't know, little sister or something. That's crazy. So Mrs. Archer fainted, and that's really crazy, because after that, when Mrs. Archer waked up, oh shit, that was crazy. She was going rogue. Okay, so now he's made it he's cheating. You know what? I'm gonna go rogue. And guess what? I'm in giantess form, so now I can just do whatever I want. And that was a climax of the movie, because now I was so curious. Okay, Mrs. Archer is going to find Harry and squash him because he deserves it. because in these movies, like Harry is a douchebag, is a bad guy, like a villain, you know? Yes, after that, Mrs. Archer decided to chase and look for Harry at the town. Just imagine you being chilling, drinking your soda, and witnessing a giantess walking around. That is really crazy. That is really crazy. I don't know what happened, but that is really crazy. So everyone was running away because just seeing a giantess in front of you, you can't focus. Your instincts say, oh you shit, that is something weird. I need to run the hell. Okay, so everybody was running like, hey, there's a giantess. That is really crazy. You know, in 1990 something? Yes, people talk like that, especially in the movies, I mean. Okay, everybody started running, right? Started running like crazy, and you know what? Mrs. Archer was just saying like, where is Harry? And it's really crazy. It's like, just... Thank you very much. So, that was really crazy. It's like you're watching a dinosaur working and decided like, I want something. Right? Yes, and that was crazy. Okay, so after that, Mrs. Archer went to the salon because, you know, at that time, when Mrs. Archer is like looking for Harry, Harry was doing some freaky stuff with the hairdresser, and that was weird. So after that, he grabbed the lady like, hey, you can do better. Cheating, Harry's just a douchebag. He's broke. And you think like just by hanging out with him, you think you can get the money? No, all the wealth are under my name. You can't do something like that. Okay, so now Mrs. Archer decided, you know what, Harry, come here, and like squash him, you know, like, and decided to move away. So the bad thing is the police, because someone just is large and squash like, okay, I'm gonna take this person and gonna in my hand. It's dangerous because hey, you're gonna kill him. So like the army got involved, the plane, the helicopters, the soldiers, national security, everything. Oh, they start bombing Mrs. Archer, and guess what? Mrs. Archer, like, I don't know, was about to faint, and the ship arrived and took her, and that's it. And took her and Harry. And then Harry was put in a box, I don't know, a box or a can, with other two dudes, and yes. And that is the end of that movie. So you can tell me in the comments if you love that commentary, because this is weird, because this is my first time like explaining something. Yes, thank you very much.